Tom McClanahan. Just took over the Lakeland store in Florida. I'm by trade a respiratory care practitioner. Been for 30 years. I have a very large background, extensive background in durable medical equipment and pharmacy. So, I've done sales and marketing for almost 30 years. I've really done respiratory part-time. So during that time, so this is definitely my wheelhouse. Love it. Well, since we've taken over Lakeland, I think the biggest thing is some of the metrics that we look at are, our national accounts. I don't think they did more than 26 in a single month. Last month we did 55. This month we're on track to do another 50. So, that's a big thing. Obviously, that's money. I think another thing that we've done is, I don't say no. We take care of every single customer that comes in the door, regardless of their socioeconomic status or whatever is going on. We get out and do a little bit more marketing in the community as well. To the independent livings and things like that. And I'll just give you a quick example with we had a little lady come in from one of the independent livings. We did a really good job on her stuff. She loves my tech, and she goes back to the independent living, and now I've gotten almost 10 calls from 10 different residents there because she went back and just told everybody. So, but that's, just taking care of people. So. Well, originally I had no idea that I was going to do any kind of resale because I was going to start the location on my own. But then after speaking with the brokers and digging into, the center itself, it kind of changed my mind a little bit about, especially when we were talking about national contracts and some of the other things that we do that I didn't have to go through myself and do, which would take years for me to do because I've done it before. And so that was kind of the biggest factor for me to go the resale route. So plus with the resale, I think it's more of it's an established business already. So for me, it was already having something that was there that I just needed to kind of do a polish to instead of a new start. After doing all my due diligence, which I highly recommend you all do and any of it, but after talking with the owners and seeing the reasons that they wanted to leave and that they really hadn't put in a whole lot into it, and they were doing just the volume that they were doing already. With my background, I thought I could really hop in there and just do a little bit more, a lot more. And so far, I think we've tripled sales within almost 60 days. So. I think the biggest thing for that location is to answer the phones. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's that simple, but making sure you got enough people to answer the phones. Every time that phone rings is just business. Somebody's calling for something. And if you don't answer the phone, you're missing out. So especially with their national accounts, because they'll just call the next person in their list. So if you don't answer, guess where they're going? Scoot around, especially global, they all do it. So we make sure when we see those on our caller ID, they get answered right away, especially. Not that our customers don't either, but when you see those, there's a little more sense of urgency in there because it's just a business. So. For me, unprecedented. I mean, the guys have just given me fantastic support. I couldn't ask for any better. I mean, I from marketing to our guys that have come up and help me in the shop and help train my guys and get things in order. It allows me to be here training today while I've got somebody up there really just, helping man the store a little bit. So, invaluable for the team. I think it is money well spent within, your fees that you pay for whatever, it's amazing what they do. So, yeah. Well, me and Vinny come from a very similar background with durable medical equipment, and I had a massive pharmacy that I managed up north and started. And we both went through the whole Medicare and insurance process, and we saw how quickly that it put us all out of business. And so at the same time, when I started looking at his model, it's funny because I actually helped a friend of mine start a model just like this before I came here, except for they, without mobility. But regardless, his model is really good, and I love it because we don't depend on anybody. It's cash business every single day. You're not waiting 90 days for Medicare, and then maybe somebody they don't like what you didn't dot an I or cross a T, and so they're going to take that money back a year later. So it's you don't have to look over your shoulder like that. So you can just focus on your business of today and keep going. So I think the model is extremely solid, especially they've diversified the buckets. And I think that's probably the biggest thing for me is you're not just stuck in one bucket of revenue. There's many buckets of revenue that you can go down that avenue and really diversify your business. And I think that's where it pays off.